With the sound of Persian
New Year.
Yeah, it's Persian New
It's
Year,
not a
everybody.
Persian song.
This song
Okay.
straight from Persia.
Oh, sorry.
Where's
It's
this
okay
song
though.
from?
It's fine.
It's not. Just
Why
in
would you
Hebrew?
play a not Persian song
on Persian New Year?
Yeah.
This is the real
It's
question.
really culturally.
We have two.
All music.
We have
I don't
two
know what
agents
is
of
this.
chaos over here.
It's in Arabic,
This is Arabic.
but I don't know what region of the Middle East it's from because there's also different
I think it's from Iraq.
Huh?
types of Arabic. You know.
Dude, you're ruining the entire opening of the podcast.
I think it's from.
No, you shouldn't.
Mike ruined it by playing a not Persian song.
Oh, well, I thought you had control of the music.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
It was.
Well,
I was appealing to your
man-appropriated
shit.
original.
So Lord of the Rings.
anyway, so we just saw a movie called
Makes
Lord of the
sense.
Rings,
Yeah.
Two.
Mhm.
The
The
Two
Two
Towers.
R.I.P.
Rip.
Never
That was
forget.
the intro.
Yeah,
Hashtag never forget.
I'm a Helm's Deep truther.
What does that mean?
What does that
Well,
even
ooh,
mean?
I-
When
take us
the
down
Two
this
Towers
rabbit
fell,
hole.
I thought it was an inside job.
Hmm,
Gandalf and Saruman were working together the whole time.
Damn. This didn't fall though.
Okay, fine. Spoilers.
I paid attention.
You did?
Yeah, I was awake.
So, for those who don't know, he's never seen it. She's never seen it.
Who was
We got the Moroni brothers back.
who's he and she?
They're Lord of the Rings experts.
He, she.
Who she?
No, they're both he's.
He him.
That's all that matters.
It's the Moroni brothers.
He, him.
I know Rob
he,
gives
him,
off a more
he's-
effeminate
she, hers.
gait, but it's just because of a leg injury when he was a child.
Yes.
Happens to the best of us.
Anyway,
Tripped over a gay guy.
yes. Well, we're gonna have to for sure talk about.
Because of his gait.
Some people think
It's a gay gate.
we will eventually get to the big question of: is Frodo gay for Sam, or is Sam gay for Frodo? And if so,
No.
does Frodo love him back?
No.
Later.
No. This is.
But first, I want to get to the plug.
This is apocryphal.
The
I want to get to the plug before
community.
we do anything because last time we waited till the end, and let's be real, no one's getting to the end. These guys are filmmakers who have a new film out called
Mike.
The
Monk.
Mike the Monk. That's it.
Good plug.
It's good. You can see it for free. But if you want to give them money,
Too.
is there a way to give you money
No. Just like find
You should
me
put,
in
like, a
person and
Venmo.
give me money.
on the YouTube? Be like, if you want to send us money for this
I'll just
amazing
give people
experience.
my address.
How do
Yeah, that's a
bridges
better
tie
idea.
into
I like that.
like the monk? Bridges, the hats. What's going on with the hats?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, completely unrelated.
yeah.
we got a couple
They
men
do
in black
connect.
in the car here,
We're sponsored by Bridges.
and then Jasmine, of
Dude,
course, has
There's
a show called
Bridges
Shedonist.
worldwide.
Building a better
Pretty
future
cool.
for America. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.
We're also brought to you by Coast Smokes.
Yep.
If you want to get on a coast to smoke. Is that good?
No.
Yeah. If you want to get on a coast to smoke, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, if you think
Yeah,
about it
yeah.
logically and poetically.
If you think about it long enough, you might just melt your brain cells to a point to where it makes sense.
All I know is Coast Smokes are great. Who wants one?
I
Does
certainly
everyone require
want to have brain cells
You don't have
melted.
to, but do you want to?
I have allergies, so my throat is kind of itchy. I don't know if the
And
coast milk
we've got
will
like third winter
help
going
with
on
that.
in Tennessee right now with this fucking
correct?
like 32-degree weather. Fuck's going on middle of March.
Huh? That's what March is
it's-
all about,
what's
dude.
the
Come on.
temperature, Josh?
ass.
38
Let me
degrees.
tell you something,
38.
brother.
Okay, that's pretty cold.
That's
Yeah,
fucking cold.
that's what I'm
yeah, it's
saying,
cold.
dude.
Then it should be.
Fucking-
We've traversed the
Anyway.
harsh
First day of
environment to
spring.
bring you
I've
the
had a Coast
episode.
Smoke each
That is
episode.
Lord of the Rings,
So
The Two Towers.
Yeah, that's
they
the
are
vibe.
good.
That's the vibe.
We know they're good. Are you
I
not gonna
just
have
don't
one,
want
Jess?
one right now. Yeah,
You don't want it?
not tonight.
You don't
Dude,
have to have it. It's
We
like,
should
don't
have
peer
all
pressure
whipped
people
out our
here.
synchronized coast smokes from behind our left ears,
That would have been sick.
and then all said the tagline at the all of it in unison.
Coast
I'm gonna
Smokes.
wait.
Honestly, this
Coast
episode
smokes, coast
Hold
to
on a
coast.
second.
Oh, ooh,
Coast Smokes,
Yeah.
Coast to Coast.
boom.
Here
Art
on From the Lot.
Yeah, one of y'all
Uh.
said that. Yeah, that was good.
What?
Coast smokes, coast to coast.
Yeah, like Space Ghost.
Yeah,
But he smokes coasts.
yeah. The people
He
like
only
it.
smokes coasts.
Coast to coast.
Okay. We
Anyway,
will talk about
Space
So Lord of the
Ghost
Rings-
smokes coast.
Jasmine, what did you think of Lord of the Rings? First time seeing Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers.
On Persian New Year.
Hold on,
It is pretty near. Thank
Persian
Persian
you.
New Year. Yep. Oh.
trust me.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Okay,
don't feel
then
like
do
you're in
blue.
an asylum?
No.
Yes,
Blue.
looks cool.
Fine.
All right. Anyway, hey Jasmine,
Hey.
forget that happened. Now that you're in better lighting, what do you think of Lord of the Rings? No, you should keep it on red, but whatever.
I thought it looked like cops.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that way no one will fuck with us.
that's right. They'll think we're cops.
You can put it on pink
Mall
if you want.
cops.
Exactly.
Parking lot security.
Yeah. They'll.
Will's nemesis.
What did you think?
If you watch the last episode
She's dodging.
Oh
This
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
You're
You'll get
dodging
that
the question.
reference.
Is that
No,
is that is that how that opens up? Does it open up with my rant on fucking mall cops?
the mall cop. Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway,
Nice.
I thought it was good. I thought it was better than the first one. I enjoyed it more than the first one. I guess that makes me a horse girl. Although I guess I don't really get.
Nay for us.
There were horses. There were some girls. Were they related? Not really.
Horses, girls, elves, dwarves. What's the difference between an elf and a dwarf? I feel like this is something an uber nerd
So
should tell me.
an elf. The elves
for Lord of the Rings.
The elves are literally
Chance
just
question.
like.
It is.
Getting late.
It is.
No, I can answer this.
100% is.
Oh, Josh got
Very
it.
easily.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
The elves are literally just
Coming in swinging quick.
Tolkien's take on the Tuatha De Danann,
The
who
hell
are
is it what?
the Celtic polytheist religion, like that fucking druids and shit believed in, right? They believed that they called them fairies essentially. It actually translates to fairy what they called them, but they were like they're more like demigod / like they were humanoid and they occupied the same space, but they live in like a different dimension. But it's explained weird because they don't have scientific knowledge of dimensions, but what they're describing is a different dimension. It's kind of interesting. And all these like stories happen in this dimension over these like same hills, and the way that they look with like the long blonde hair and they're hairless and very slender and shit, that's based on the Tuatha De Danann. So the whole thing with the elves basically is that they're really kind of like this demigod version of elves.
They're fairies.
No, I mean not really.
Does it make you like Lord of the Rings more? or
Now that you
less?
know this.
I'm just saying it's interesting
I
though
don't think
because
I know. I know
that is
anything.
a side of mythology that is somewhat lost, perhaps due to imperialism. And I imagine Tolkien would have been thinking about that sort of shit, right? Because he's so clearly been rocked by World War I that he just had to flee into Middle Earth for the rest of his life psychologically, right? Like he would rather make up an elvish language than deal with his feelings. You know what I mean? That's kind of the vibe I always got from that guy.
Was he in the first?
Yeah, he was a vet of World War One, and I guess we're diving right into it. Fuck it. I noticed during the movie, the reason the hobbits aren't gay is because they're supposed to be gay, and what I mean by that is that they are so innocent, right? They represent innocence, and innocence being lost during war, right? So when they're
Just a
talking
purity,
about
like a purity of
when they're talking about like holding on to being themselves, that's clearly coming from Tolkien needing to be like, no, I swear, like the world isn't just like death.
Adam and Eve being naked before they eat the fruit,
No,
having no
Frodo and Sam, yeah.
Innocence.
having no knowledge.
And then that weird slippery
No awareness
dude
that they are
follows
naked.
him around.
oh, that's
They
true.
have not
Sure.
seen.
Well, they're just so
naked.
simple and like
Yes.
they're kind of rubes and
No.
they're just children essentially.
Little babies.
Yeah, but
Little
so
gay
small.
babies.
it's like
Yeah.
he's and it's philosophically interesting though that like that the only way to destroy the Ring of Power, which is this symbol of evil, right, and the corruptibility of one's character, is only through this kind of laughably gay and innocent pairing right?
Make the kids do it.
No, yes, exactly. No,
They got it.
I mean, like,
The energy is exactly the opposite.
I
Of
think for
evil.
Tolkien, it was like very important. It seems that like, no, like for real, something like, please don't go away, innocence. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of
Sure.
get the
Like, there's
pathos
something to be
as an
tre-
adult.
There's something
you
to be
don't
treasured about
recognize
it.
as
You know
child.
what I mean? Like keeping that or retaining that, or
That's the
Right,
only
like
way
that.
actually to get into the center of Mount Doom and actually destroy it.
Mount
Because
Doom.
even
Enter.
at the
Heavy
moment
metal
where,
riff.
right?
I
Even
love that it's called Mount Doom. That's fucking sick, dude.
It's pretty dope.
Sorry. Anyway,
That's very well in
back
Mount
to you,
Doom.
sir.
Isildur obviously is like, he says no, and he keeps the ring, right? Like they had the chance,
Mhm.
and like it's that powerful that like the only thing that can resist the temptation of the ring might be something this quote unquote gay. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think they're gay.
all right,
I think,
Carl.
No, they're
uh,
not actually
thoughts.
gay, but
Yeah,
people make
no.
the jokes all the time.
They do.
They
I
do.
mean,
And
because
I
like
think that there's
you-
actually some depth that's like really cool.
Well,
That,
No,
like,
definitely
to me
not.
makes those
It's-
jokes puerile and juvenile.
It's juvenile for sure. 100%.
Deep
It's,
and gay.
it's,
Kids.
it's juvenile. And
they have an intimate.
no, I love what they
relationship.
represent. Honestly, like all jokes aside, man, I love what the Hobbit. Like, I feel like what they're supposed to represent as someone who's not read the books, and is now watching the movie for the first time. But
We've inverted the Dune scenario.
yes, that's right. But man, even like Pippin and
Mary.
yeah, Pippin and Mary,
They
like
are
man,
gay.
even one of them's got a punch me face. The Mary, right? It's like his like
He's the
I feel like
the
they
more
both do.
mousy one.
yeah.
That's
Billy
his-
Boyd.
No, I guess
Mary's the one with the snub nose.
yeah.
That's the punch.
He's like yeah, he's a punch me face.
He's from Lost.
oh okay.
Dominic Monaghan.
I mean,
Thank you.
honestly, like I enjoyed their journey a lot more in this one than the first one. Where like the first one, like
He
like
wanted to
him-
kill him.
yeah, dude, I'm just like, bro, this guy's a fucking idiot, dude. But their interaction with the Ents and like the whole journey of them actually like sort of like being in taking part into the Isengard battle. Like, all
That's
that
what
shit.
made
Like,
me
that's, like, it's-
realize what that sort
it's
of
like, it's like a
connection.
good trajectory, man. It's like a good journey. Like I thought the movie was sick. Like it
Yeah.
was fucking awesome. Yeah, man. I do think I like the Hobbits a lot more in this one than after watching.
They were
the
less
first one.
annoying for sure.
Yeah, like I kind
That's
of
my
like
point. They have to be
There
that
was
annoying.
also
Love them
less.
with-
yeah,
of
like
them.
it's like oh, they're much more useful. You know what I mean? It's,
Yeah,
it's
well,
not
it's 'cause
sort of like
Once
doting
they're put
around
under
with, what the
pressure,
fuck,
like they
dude?
eventually kind of figure out like how
I
how
do
to be
respect
clever.
that
Like they're not idiots.
They
They're just
convinced the
completely
trees.
naive
right
to the ways of the world.
to your point is what you were saying. Like
Yes,
this.
they're so innocent that they just never thought about it.
Right.
You know,
Right, no, for sure. Like it's
Yeah, but they did send the Ents to war.
well, yeah,
They're-
because he's figured his shit out, dude.
they are heroes.
The
I think
Ents-
is what Jasmine was about to
The
say.
one thing in this
They
movie
did
that could have
totally
been
fuck
longer
up.
is the Ents talking to each other.
Their
And I know
voice-
that there is a
their
deleted
voices
scene
were
that's
so
just like
cool.
4 minutes of Ents going.
Yeah,
The Ents voices were cool.
I like that.
really
I would listen.
Yeah,
to
I've
that.
watched that deleted scene and I was like, this would have been sick
On acid.
in
I
theater.
I mean,
Yeah,
is that some like
Yeah.
Dune Sardaukar fucking chant
Dude, they're
shit right
speaking
there?
tree, to each other. but it's even more like just like it's just sub frequencies. It's the brown note. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, they brought Eddie Van Halen in there to do it. Brown sound. Yeah, okay.
I don't know what that
Yeah.
even means.
That's his amp reference.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is a nerd only podcast.
But I do think that that's when you realize like, oh, they're finally putting their skills to use in some way.
Whispering to the trees.
Yeah.
And he calls it the turning of the tide, and it's like, okay, so like they might hang on to their innocence and still be useful, which is a nice thing to hope for. Because that's the only way the ring
I
gets
don't know. I've
destroyed.
always hated the Ents. I was very bored by them.
I was bored
Oh,
by them
yeah?
as a kid. I liked them more as an
Yeah,
adult.
as a kid.
Did you-
That hasn't happened for me yet.
Did you guys
Yeah, I'm
read the
not
book
there.
or no? I forget.
No.
Okay.
But I do think that
Books are lame.
Treebeard's fucking homicidal
People on the internet.
maniac. He's
Treebeard.
just like, let loose the river.
Yeah, let's
Feel the
fuck it
flesh
up.
from
Yo,
their
I mean,
bones.
that's dope when they
That guy
fucking
was there
broke
the
the
whole
dam,
time.
dude. Like, yeah, that was awesome.
Just like nature reclaims Isengard.
He had that
Yeah.
dog in him the whole time.
They're just old. so
I
they're
appreciate
set in their
that,
ways.
like how they
Well,
They
they thought
didn't
he was
know.
their friend.
He didn't know what a hobbit was.
Yeah, he also
Yeah.
thought that Saruman was his friend because he had been his friend for however many thousands of years or whatever, right? Like, so it was smart
Yeah, he killed
of
all his
Pippin
friends.
to be like, "Hey, go south."
Because shit's about to go
Yeah.
south.
And so that was what I realized. It's like, oh, this is so this guy working through his like World War I trauma.
Yeah, but I think he also liked like playing these linguistic games and making a language just for the hell of it. I
Yeah,
saw him,
I'm not
Yeah,
saying-
working through the
I'm
trauma,
not saying
right?
it's-
Like it's sort of escape for him.
yeah, that's what it seems like to me,
a few
dude.
languages, which is pretty sick, but he didn't take the time. I was watching this video where he was like explaining how to do it, but he's like, I don't know the fucking grammar rules. Basically, he was like he made
let those
it,
other
but he
nerds
didn't
take
keep
care
it.
of that
It's
shit.
exactly it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, the nerds will fucking do it.
he seems like a cool dude. He knew
And
what
I'm
to
sure
Invented
they
the whole
did.
give a
fucking
shit
Yeah,
about.
yada
what's
yada
up.
yada. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Smart people figure it out.
They'll get involved or they won't. Fuck 'em.
yeah.
I got another language to make. This is Dwarvish, and the dwarves they grunt more.
Yeah.
It's more guttural.
more-
There's
yeah,
a lot of glottal
It's
stops.
more
Give me
guttural.
some path.
Because there's also an orc language. I know for sure.
Orcish.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it's called.
Yeah, I guess.
Orcish.
It's literally just screaming. That's it.
Well, it's a lot
Screaming
of
and roars.
you know.
Yeah, it's so yeah,
Favorite
it's even more guttural.
new
it's like death metal.
character.
Like,
What did you think of the
Jasmine.
orcs?
Yeah, and then they speak.
Oh, they look
English.
great, man. They're
It's so
terrifying. You know what I mean? They, yeah, the design overall looks fucking incredible on those guys.
And the Battle of Helm's Deep. That's the big. I've
It's,
hyped you up for it, so I wonder how it delivered. If it delivered.
It's very epic. Yeah, man, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of
It's
like what
rousing,
that's like
some might
what
say.
like what I mean. I feel like
Oh,
that's like
rousing.
what basically the Two Towers is. Like you get a little bit of setup, and you get the
Suggested
the
material.
Rohan, right? You sort of get like that
There were
part of the story,
suggestions.
and then it's just like no, we're at Helm's Deep, and then it's just a full on fucking ape shit Armageddon style fucking.
Yeah,
Maybe not quite Armageddon style because I've not seen the end of it, but like it is, you know, thousands upon thousands of fucking troops, just like
just an previously unseen number of beasts that didn't even exist a few years
but like
ago.
yo, I mean,
Crazy, man.
look,
It's pretty crazy.
here's the thing, how come? What's the king's name from Rohan?
Theoden.
Theoden. Okay. Honest to God, dude, why the fuck didn't he kill Grima?
I think that's because
Like I mean, that seems like something like so. And I know. I mean,
You don't
right, 'cause
trust
Aragorn's-
grime worm
Dude,
face,
you,
man.
You fucking
You don't
kill him,
trust
dude. Like,
Grime
how are
tongue,
you gonna let
traitor
him?
face.
Okay, how are you gonna let this
Traitor,
guy?
dirt person.
How are you
don't
gonna let
like
this
him?
guy crawl back to his fucking leader, his fucking boss? He knows your entire fucking defense
Setup,
plan,
yeah.
your whole setup, inside and out, legitimately. You're just gonna let this guy fucking go? No, fuck that shit, dude. He
No.
cursed you. Like, cut his fucking head off.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's crazy to me that they let him go back. And of course, you know, he gives them the information of like, oh, the only way to fucking breach Helm's Deep is basically this thing that they use as a fucking drain.
but he doesn't know
You
that.
know,
He
like-
doesn't even know that
What Sauron's gonna do.
that bombs exist. Like no one in this world has ever seen an explosion before.
Kind of like
No, for
Oppenheimer.
sure.
That was the world's first. Yeah,
No,
that was
yeah,
Oppenheimer.
I mean, and honestly, like, it's
He saw the
That
army.
Saruman
yeah,
had
right.
become death, destroyer of walls.
Yep.
He cried. He's cried the one tear. when
Yeah,
he
he's
saw
like,
the
I
whole
chose the
army."
right side. Fuck.
He's
I'm
like-
gonna make it.
I think he cried. I always like to think that he cried. He was like, "Oh shit, this is actually going to work." Like he was like a angry child or like an unconscious Union force, just like basically trying to undermine and rebel the king just because he's the king and he's this.
Wait, who cried?
Wormtongue, when he saw the
Green
army,
Wormtongue.
Oh yeah.
he looked scared. He looks scared
Yeah.
out of his fucking mind. He looks like everybody he's ever known is gonna die a horrible, horrible
And he's
death,
finally just realized
and it's
it.
his fault.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
should have killed him.
And it
Yeah,
hits him
They
all
should
at
have killed
once.
him.
Well, and that's Aragorn's
Just
fault.
like, dude.
Aragorn's fault.
And then he got
Yeah,
in those
man.
planes. Man, that was rough.
And
It was a crazy movie.
dude, it is honestly, and there's so much action in it, top to bottom. I forgot
is.
about
A
some
lot
of the
of-
fucking battles, and I'm glad that I love how it opens with Gandalf just like fucking up this ancient demon.
Yeah,
That's
I
sick,
did
dude.
want to know what happened to him.
Well, there you
There
go.
you
What
go.
happened to him?
What'd
Well,
you
that was
think?
cool. I mean, that was a great way to like just get right back into it and sort of be like, all right, so
Remember
It
the
really
best
does.
part of the
Right,
last
Never
movie?
gives you a break. Like you have to pause it because there's never.
yeah,
a
because you
moment
wonder
where-
like, all right,
Yeah, it's
so
not
like,
wasting your time.
what the fuck
Something's not
happened to him?
happening.
Like, someone who's not seen the movie, it's like, man, are they really going to kill this guy off in the first movie? I highly doubt that. But it sort of doesn't answer.
Obi-Wan
Was
Kenobi
she-
died in the first movie.
Yeah, but he was,
Yeah, but he didn't come back. He's a ghost.
Exactly, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
not
So like,
really
but you're
there.
primed for it. You're like, okay,
you're
the
waiting for it. How are you going to
the father figure can die.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Feels
Well,
like
I
it
mean,
makes sense.
yeah, I mean, okay, aside Star Wars, fuck Star Wars. Aside from Star Wars,
but that's just a mythology thing.
just like it's like, yeah, you have like, yeah, this guy's not gone, but the fact that they reintroduce you to that like right off the bat, like just like, yeah, and they show it to you, so like they don't really leave anything to the imagination. It's just like, yeah, he fucking falls down this massive fucking tunnel, riding this
He
flaming
goes like through the
demon.
entire Earth.
Yeah, it ends up on some fucking towers, like bangs it out through the water, through some fucking lava, like
And the
it's
planes.
and then is young.
And then he uses
Right.
his thunder sword. I forgot about the thunder sword.
that's
Yeah,
what
he got a little lightning
How
charge
could you
on
forget
that.
about that?
That's fucking awesome.
Dude, he's metal, man.
That's so
He
dope.
smote his ruin on the mountain.
How else would you do it? Once you know, it only makes sense. It's just like obviously that's how you would do it. But before then,
Obviously.
this is a riddle people hadn't figured out for like a couple tens of thousands of years.
how
Of course.
how did he pull it off?
Yeah, it's an underdog victory. It's like Butler going to the Final Four. Brad Stevens is on his way.
Fuck him.
Yeah,
Who's Butler?
We're March
It's a-
Madness, UK.
it is
Go
March
Big Blue,
Madness right
Cats
now.
by 90.
I'm
Let's
just
go.
It's a basketball
swimming out
reference.
here.
Yeah.
So for you as a woman, did you like having a
So
strong
there was
female-
like
there's
there
a
were
strong
like
female
three
character
women
now.
in this movie.
I
right?
love questions that start with. So for you as a woman,
Yeah, Hermione.
Yeah.
Go.
what was the question?
Does
Three women
being on
spoke
your
in this
period
movie.
affect the way you watch movies? Anyway, no. The question was about Eowyn,
Who's that one?
the horse girl.
one of
Or
like
the sword girl.
one of three
Yeah.
girls in the movie.
Yeah, she was cool.
There's three of them, and they talk.
Yeah, I heard them.
They talk.
Did you like it?
No, I did. I think Liv
Wait,
Tyler's
Or
who's
you
awesome.
Who's
prefer
the
when they
third?
don't talk?
I prefer when my
Oh, yeah,
dinner's
I guess
ready at
Kate
5:30
Blanchett shows
p.m.
up for,
every
like,
night. That's what I prefer.
That's
30
how my
seconds.
dad preferred it.
Hey,
Straight up.
traditional.
Hey,
Yeah.
But I know. So she had told me. She had said in the Dune podcast, she said you don't care about battles.
Well, it's not like the most epic part of the film for me, no.
So the battle wasn't the climax for you.
Because the trees talk.
Was there one
Yeah, the battle was kind of the climax
for you?
just
I think for everybody. No,
Is the metaphor going on right?
right? Yeah, you explode the gate, and then all the your forces shrink back into
Yeah,
the
you
heat.
ride out and meet them. Yes.
But no, it's
Sorry.
if you're thinking about it narratively, each film has a climax, right? The climax of the first one is the Mines of Moria battling the Balrog. You shall not pass. That's
Yeah,
the
it was a
climax.
multiple orgasm kind of thing.
Yeah, and then you get that second
Balrog.
wave. Yeah, but
With,
you get your balls rogged.
Boromir's death.
Your balls got rogged super hard.
You gotta avoid the Balrog.
But
Hey.
then in this one, the climax is Battle of Helm's Deep, and the next one it's the Battle of Minas Tirith or whatever.
I guess maybe I don't view every film as a sexual encounter,
It's oh my god.
but
Did you never take an English class?
I did. I do speak English.
So do you okay?
just
So
'cause I'm
where
brown.
was this story structure for you? Story structure wise, where was the peak?
These films are kind of hard to keep up with, honestly. Like they just keep going and going, and you have to like stay on top of it. There's a lot packed into those many minutes.
It's a weird wave. But you can get synced up to it.
Well, yeah.
What?
I'm trying to think. Like, did I
What
have
was
a
your
favorite
favorite part?
part, or
It just went by so quickly, you know.
Like, which one did you enjoy the most?
I mean, I liked Gollum's transformation. Probably the scene of him talking to himself was
Amazing.
the craziest part for me.
Yeah, dude,
I
that
love
shit was
the scene.
awesome.
I mean,
Yeah,
and
I
his
love
arc
Gollum
really is the ending point of the film. It's like, is he good or is he bad? So
Well, he's torn.
He's
Right?
what
I mean,
he's
he's got
what
multiple, like,
contact
he's-
with evil does to an
Lying
innocent
naked on
creature
the
like a
floor.
hobbit.
he is Frodo's potential future.
Yeah.
Nice.
What?
He's on the
He's
gag too.
still-
It's a little Natalie Imbruglia reference for the viewers out there.
Natalie and
Who's
Berto.
and what's
I'm gonna have an
Natalie
imbroglio with
Imbruglia.
anyone who mentions
Right?
Natalie
Imbruglia?
Imbruglia again.
Yeah. Imbruglia.
No, anybody?
What's an imbroglio?
An imbroglio is like a fight.
Just a fight?
Between
She's just a
Italians.
pop singer.
Yeah.
You know.
Between
You got two Italians here.
yeah.
Spaghetti.
Two paisans.
Identical twin death match.
Paisano,
Hey,
paisano.
paisano. Hey.
Yeah. Doesn't go how you think.
Lasagna.
We just kill all of you.
Nice.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
He stashed a gun in the
That's
trunk 2 days ago.
That's some authentic.
No, just a
Italian
couple
right
of pizza
there.
cutters.
Olive Garden.
That's some
All you
Olive
can eat
When you're
breadsticks.
here, you're family, bro.
Pizza cutters. That's pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like in Puerto Rico, there was
Why
a
don't you change?
machete gang called Los Machetes, which means the machetes.
Hell yeah.
But in Italy, there isn't like a knife gang called like, you know,
The knives.
with pizza cutters.
the pizza.
Why?
Well, there should be.
See a flash of
Should be.
Why not?
like Keats pizza cutter
Yeah, people end up in different
catching the
slices.
light, flash like a heliograph.
Just the worst assassins of all time.
They,
It's
yeah,
always
the
giving
last
away.
thing you see
They
is
see
a
the
pizza
flash.
cutter.
in a flash.
Yeah. No, but I don't know.
And
No,
Mara,
but-
you bleed Mara.
I do
What'd you
think
Anyway,
that
about
back to
Gollum?
Lord of the Rings, though.
I do think the Gollum,
Murdered by a nun.
the way they introduce him is fucking genius. Gollum / Smeagol
Oh, in the first film or in this
in
one?
this one.
Oh, yeah.
By having
don't
him
even
talk
see
to
his
himself,
face in
they
the
just
first
get you straight to, okay, this guy's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Exposition.
And and it's really like there's a lot of pathos in the dialogue, dude. Like a lot of the dialogue is like way better, and I remember I'm like, oh shit, like
There
those
is more.
They're actually talking about, like,
it's great, man.
deep shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, it's
Not
very
just
good, very
breakfast.
insightful.
What about Second Breakfast?
Yeah, not about that either. They got a
What
little
about
bit of bread,
Elevensies?
and that was it. They had to toughen up a little bit more.
Yeah,
There were less babies. So
Well,
I
yeah,
did
you know that's gonna
enjoy
happen.
it a little bit more.
They grew up in the Garden of Eden.
yeah, right. That's
no one
why.
likes to see man babies be crying.
That's why, though, once you've seen the whole trilogy, I do think you will. If you rewatch the first one, you'll like it a lot more
Because you get the trajectory.
because
Well,
now you know
you've
where it's
seen it.
going.
maybe sometime
sets it
you
up
can
so good.
force me to
Right.
do that too.
When 10 years from now.
Retrospective episode.
Yeah, I think this is.
10-year anniversary of.
I don't know if I need to see these for another couple of years. You know, like
Yeah,
Another decade. Yeah, I'll see them.
they're so
again.
awesome though. Oh my god, dude! First time seeing that in like at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
It's been that long since you watched it?
college had like maybe sophomore year of college would
Oh.
have been the last time I saw this.
Because you
Shit.
talk about this movie all the time. This is like you love it.
They're really
you,
good.
You
Talks
refer-
about
I'm not like
movies
you
all the
reference
time.
this all the time.
Because they really are like it's the peak of big budget action movie making.
That's
Right.
probably true.
And it's also the peak of mythology on film, right?
Well, they're not going to
One-
make any more Bible movies.
One thing I did think is that I realized like Game of Thrones really is good for like the first however many seasons, like because its world does almost rival Middle Earth in terms of its like dynamics and like the different cultures.
Dude, the first few seasons were fucking great.
So that's like the television Lord of the Rings, I guess. But Lord of the Rings itself is like one of you said, I think it was you actually in the first podcast. Like it's something that it's not. No, it was actually you. Who gives a shit? Which one of you is who?
Tell me
just
what we
Mike,
said
and
first.
that's wrong.
It was Mike who said that it's not going to happen again. Like you just don't get that like confluence of factors very often. You know.
Or
Well,
ever.
I mean, you know,
That's why they got compared to the first Star Wars so much too, because they were game changers in special effects, and they were actually good.
nobody's going to spend that amount of money or put that much time and effort. It was a labor of love, and people don't fund love anymore. To be pessimist.
I'm gonna
About it.
cry.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Dune
That's
got
'cause
made.
you're-
I was gonna say maybe Dune
Like anyone.
changes that, man. I mean, honestly,
Dude
like
made a lot of money.
Yeah, so did Lord of the Rings. Look,
you know,
the third Lord of
aside,
the Rings
like,
it was the second movie to ever make $1 billion.
you know, look, I said this on the last podcast, man, like about Dune Part 2 overall, like it touches on themes and a subject matter that like you don't typically get in big budget Hollywood movies or blockbuster movies. So for that alone, like the fact that they allowed that to happen or made that and that it's making money and people are receptive to it, like that actually gives me a little bit of hope, right? That like,
That's why I've supported it.
and like, you know, even go back to like maybe like Oppenheimer last year, the hype around it, like,
I still haven't seen Barbie.
Who gives-
I-
yeah,
I mean, I watched
I'll do
Barbie.
an episode on Barbie
I
sometime.
actually
But
thought it was pretty well made all around.
You saw it?
I did.
I'm afraid
I bet they
Um,
spent a lot of money on it.
if I watch it and I hate it, then I'm going to want to talk about how much I hate it, and then people are going to be mad at
Well,
me.
what if you like it?
Then
It's
I'll talk
pretty-
about how much I like it, and
It's
people are
pretty
going
well
to be mad
made.
at me.
That's what
Yeah.
I mean, Greta
Either
Gerwig,
way, people are going to be mad at me.
Maybe don't talk.
Baghead.
Bridesmaids, dude. When Bridesmaids came out and it sucked fucking ass, I could not. I could not abide people saying, "Oh, one of the best comedies I've ever seen." Just like, really? Have you seen many comedies at all? Anyway, don't get me started.
I was gonna say, I'm
Bridesmaids
I'm
with
this
Kristen
close to
Wiig
clowning.
came
out
Sorry,
like 20 years
jumping
ago.
toothpick in your car.
Whatever.
Are you gonna recover?
Yeah. Well,
Is it gonna be okay?
I got a new vacuum, so we're good.
Okay.
It's pretty sick too. See that carpet you were standing on up there?
This one?
Freshly vacuumed upstairs.
I noticed.
That's
Yeah, I
All
bet
that-
you did.
all that dirt and grime got sucked up.
Yeah, right into the vacuum.
What are we
Sucked up,
talking
bro.
about? Oh, is
That's
Sucked
how
up.
it works.
this a Dune thing?
Okay,
It's just-
this is a Biddy Jensen thing.
Okay.
Sucking up all
Lord of
the
the Rings.
sand.
Wizards.
Y'all need to activate the back like that.
Do
Do it right.
There you go. You got
Very good. Very
it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's all you do.
That was
Our
like
British
a
neighbors really
Patrick
nervous
Star.
right now.
good. He's fine.
Fuck is going on?
But
He's like, where's the party?
so
at?"
wait, Moroni's. Is this either of your favorite film of the trilogy?
No.
Are you both Fellowship people?
I mean,
Yeah.
Return of the King really, it's been popping lately.
Okay, so we got a return guy.
Which one's that one?
That's the third one that
The
you
That's
last
haven't
the
seen
one.
yet.
last one.
So you guys like the
There's a lot
first
of
one?
good stuff.
That's your
Yeah.
favorite film out of all three.
He likes the first one.
I
and he
just
likes
think
the
it's
third one.
probably it's like
It's
a
probably
oh.
the best.
it's a New Hope kind of thing for me.
What,
Like-
Fellowship?
No, I feel like Empire's like the clear winner out of it.
It really is.
I think
but
that the first Star Wars is better than Empire Strikes Back.
I mean, like
if you look at it
it's-
just
it
as
is
an individual
perfect.
movie, yeah,
the
first one
editing's
kind of is
fantastic.
better, but
It
the
literally,
second one is more enjoyable. Gives you more of what you want.
yeah.
It's like if all the
But
Minds of
Second
Moria
one's a
shit
good
happened
sequel.
in
It's
the
like the
second
best sequel that had ever been
episode,
made
not the first
to that point.
It's like it turns into a TV show for a sec. It's like the first one's like a great film, but the second one feels like a mini series. And I feel like
It
that's what
does.
the people
it does.
that say
it felt
that
like the
it's
John Adams miniseries
Yeah.
of fantasy movies, which I still
I
really
bet that's
like.
what he was going
Wait,
for.
so do you guys like the first or the third one for Lord of the Rings the most?
He likes the
Most-
third, he likes the first.
Yeah. We're talking Star Wars here.
No, I mean,
Somehow we
Third
should
is
have
had
on
a-
Star
I
Wars.
gotta
Yeah.
go with the.
Yeah.
I gotta go with the first.
Yeah.
It's just a little more grounded.
New Hope is better. But
I like Empire Strikes Back. I mean, for the record.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I haven't
I mean,
seen
Empire
these
Strikes Back.
either.
You've seen Empire. We saw it at the
That's
drive-in
worth your
with
time.
the
You don't like
Boogie
Rogue
Whip.
One, though. Did you guys like Rogue One?
I haven't seen
I
Rogue
don't
One.
really.
Would you,
I never saw it.
so you never saw like the ending sequence with Vader at the
No,
you know,
why
like,
would I
yeah.
watch that shit?
What am I, a fucking nerd? I gotta watch that shit.
I got you. Fooled me once, shame on you.
Oh,
Right? Like fool me twice, shame on me. I saw the first Star Wars movie, The Force Awakens, of the reboots, and I was like,
that was your
oh,
first
I've
Star
been
Wars movie?
no, I saw that one,
and then Episode 8,
and
the
then
best Star Wars movie.
but
ever
I
made.
knew even before that one. I knew after Episode 7, I was like, this is trash. This is not getting better. It's probably getting worse. But you know, if someone else pays for the ticket, I'll go see it. And so both times my parents wanted to go see it as a family because as kids we love Star Wars so much and all that. So of course I was like, yeah, we'll go. Fuck it. So I saw them all in theaters, but I would if my parents hadn't taken me, I would not have gone and seen either of them because clearly this is trash. George Lucas has denounced it. And then
he denounced. Yeah,
He didn't work.
That's
what?
He didn't work on
He
it.
regrets
Yeah.
selling.
Yeah, he said he
Yeah.
regretted selling it, and he felt
the
like he
white
sold his
slavers.
child to white slavers, and they tried to cancel him for being racist.
yeah. Kathleen Kennedy fucking did a number on Star Wars.
Woo!
She did. She
Boy,
was the old swoopty dope. That's what she pulled on fucking George.
it's a shame. So no, I haven't seen Rogue
Confused him
One.
with $8 billion. Like, you want $8 billion?
$9 billion.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah,
Oh, no,
he's
what
like,
did I
of
do?
course I do.
I just really wanted $8 billion. I didn't realize I'd give her the rights of my whole
I
company.
didn't realize it was my soul I was selling.
$8 billion is plush.
No, he just thought that they would make something of it. Isn't that fun? Like, here, you guys fucking do something. That's cool.
Yeah, he was tired
As a
of everybody.
creative,
Yeah, he's too
and
much of an
someone else
idealist.
Play in your sandbox, but no,
He's a fucking like 1960s liberal.
They
Yeah.
need to do a movie with him and Peter Jackson,
Deathmatch
like just talking.
to the death. Talking to
I
Would
the
that
think-
be interesting?
I'm sure they have.
But like
Encountered
My Dinner
each
with
other.
Andre, but it's like them, those two.
Do you like My Dinner with Andre?
I mean, I saw it once. Will I see it again?
Yeah, that's how I
Unlikely.
felt on the first watch. I haven't finished it.
Yeah, dude. You know, there's a few movies I can't finish, but
Babylon.
Babylon. Is the last movie I
Oh, nice. Yeah.
could not
Couldn't
finish.
finish it.
It's just
That's the
like this
John
is
Travolta
trash.
I think,
one?
dude. I think the last time I tried to watch Episode 8 of Star Wars, it honestly, it took me 5 sittings.
Why'd you
different sittings to
keep
get
coming
through it.
back? Why'd
Well,
you
no,
come back
honestly,
4
you know,
times?
I think the reason why I did it was because like it might have been like in lead up to Dune, like coming out, that I was like, fuck it, I'll like watch Episode 1 through 9 in order, right, for Star Wars, like during COVID or
Nice.
whatever.
I'm
Like,
pretty sure Josh showed me Star
And
Wars
then-
for the first time.
I did.
so I started out with the prequels, the original trilogy, and then it gets to Episode 8, and it's like, dude, this is just it's kind of
So bad.
Yeah,
she's good
just-
at the Force
I-
because she's a girl. Did you know that? Isn't that awesome?
I love when they
What?
do that to movies.
She's good at the Force just because she's a girl.
How do you feel about that as a woman?
Man,
So
yeah, I mean,
patronizing.
down with the patriarchy.
Chance
right?
made an
Yep.
interesting point about how in the first movie, the brunette girl, she's just like an ideal, and the other girl is also just like a guiding voice. You know, they don't have personalities of their own, but they mean
Who's a guiding voice?
Eowyn.
Liv
the
Tyler,
other
Or you
right?
mean
lady.
the other
Liv
elf?
Tyler?
the only.
Miranda
There's only
Blanchett.
two ladies in the.
You talk about Kate Blanchett.
No, she's talking about Eowyn.
Rosie, the barmaid. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh.
there's Rosie the barmaid.
How are you ignoring like some pivotal female characters?
Yeah, Brago's a girl.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's right.
There's 3 of them. They prepare dinner and they speak.
Look,
in
there's
this
I'll
not
stop
movie.
much.
talking.
No. But I mean, is there anything wrong with them both being symbolic
wrapping up
voices?
here.
Isn't that like a nice
it's
thing
fine,
for
but
women?
they're not individuals.
Bring the mulberries.
Mulberries.
Yeah.
who have their own agency, right?
They're not really people. They
No,
help the plot
Eowyn's
along,
good.
but
They don't like they serve a purpose.
Eowyn has agency.
Yeah, she just walks around asking for just a little bit more in her little dumb horse
That
town.
doesn't sound like
yeah,
a
in her
Her
human.
one
horse
horse.
world.
Yeah, she's kind of the star. It's like her and Theoden I love. He's just
I don't know
full
who
of all
these
this.
people are.
He's
They're
the guy.
this brother
who
sister with the
became,
funny noses.
No, Theoden the king who
Oh,
I was
was
talking about in the first
old
film.
and then not old.
Theoden's
Oh,
where-
so
Whereas
you
in the
did mean
second
Kate
one-
Blanchett
Mhm.
and Liv Tyler. That's what
Mhm.
I fucking said.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whereas
I'm
in the second
confused.
one, you're saying that they're more developed.
I was saying in the second one, they actually have thoughts of their own.
I mean, Kate Blanchett for sure has agency.
Yeah, they have
She's
this
like-
whole kind of
Controls the world almost.
this ethical
she's not like a
discussion
human.
about the ring.
Yeah.
No, there's
No,
nobody.
the first
really-
human woman you've met is Eowyn.
The
Yeah.
first one's really about bros. I feel like the second one is pretty feminine. They're trying to resist being penetrated by this dumb masculine force.
Well, the creepy dude was
Yeah,
hitting
that's
on her
right.
too. The creepy dude was trying to get at
yeah,
her.
it's all about the chaos that happens during civilization breakdown.
Yeah.
When we're all at war.
Mhm.
It's like, who's the first to be at risk? Well, it's the women and the children. Then it's like, get the women into the caves. It's like everybody's running into like these feminine spaces,
Vaginal openings.
you know, trying to. But I think that's cool. It makes sense.
It's Freudian.
Well, the mom
That's a very
sent
Zizek
her
take.
kids away on the
Uh-huh.
horse. She was like, "You guys go, be safe."
Yeah, there's a woman.
Yeah, there was
She
the
was a-
mom.
Good character.
She
who
was a
sent
girl.
her kids away, and
Yeah,
then
see?
the little girl was like, "Where's my mommy?" Because war affects everyone of all ages.
For the first time,
It does.
we realized that
Women are people.
that
Legolas was
lady boy, the 12-year-old lady boy,
Oh,
who he's like, "Give me your sword, boy."
Yeah.
That's the son of Hama, the guy who gets
Ugly
his
face.
face eaten off by a fucking
Oh,
giant
yeah.
cheetah.
I think he improved
Sucks.
it probably. Made it more uniform.
He got fucking beheaded, dude. It didn't affect his face. It affected
It was
his
a
neck.
bummer.
His neck is the connector between his body and his brain.
That's really his kid.
Yeah.
Mulberries.
you are gonna do another bush pee?
Yeah, you should have done it on camera, dog.
What is it?
A bush piss.
Last time you peed in a bush.
If I have to do a bush bee,
Is this guy gonna give me mulberries?
mulberries for you.
Happy Persian New
Being in
Year.
a bushman?
So what do you think? Like, what's your take on this movie? What's your feelings on it? Do you
That's-
have
That
any?
is a great specific
I think
question.
it's more about the performances than about where the plot is, and because I'm just really just looking at some great pairings or unfortunate third wheel bullshit that happens with Sam and Frodo and fucking Gollum. They have
Yeah,
to,
they're
but
bad
then
fucking
it's
roommates.
like who's a third wheel to who? Because
He's more
Gollum
useful.
is like he knows all the dumb ring shit that Frodo's going through.
Also, he just knows the way into Mordor.
Yeah, I mean, they're both junkies, and so they can speak like junkie talk. And Sam is like the best dude. He's not a part of that at all. So the more towards evil Frodo has to bear with being, it just makes him more like Gollum. While at the same time, Gollum isn't even like himself at this fucking point. 'Cause
Right.
He's just so. I liked exploring that.
Smeagol.
Gollum shows that in this paradigm where we have everything changing so fast, he survives by constantly changing from moment to moment, and the structure of what he can hope for and like want is always dominated between how much like real freedom he can actually get and enjoy access, and the when is he gonna need that fucking sweet gack again shooting up his
His precious.
finger, his ring finger.
Feels
I
like
liked
a-
that.
It's like a porn.
He's
addiction.
a very complex character.
Yeah, but
He
was
pull it
great.
off fantastically.
it's
Yeah.
like dark
Yeah,
and
it's really
like
good.
he has to hide it from everybody. And like you see, like when he's like
Guess he'll just
chilling
Up in
out,
the
and
middle of
he's
the
like
night.
diddling it, and then he like fucking like gets spooked by Gollum, and he has to like hide
You
it.
ever put it on your dick, Frodo? You'll get there. You'll get there. Let me know when you get there. I'll
he's
tell you some
ashamed.
stuff.
He's ashamed. I think that's important. It's like a dark curse.
Well, Frodo actually unlocks his innocence for the first time in
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that.
well,
Centuries.
he's like speaks to him actually like speaks to him. Right?
Yeah.
Like not
He finds out his name.
yeah.
Or he knows his name.
Right.
Yeah, if you got like a pretty lady
Yes, he got
to
it from
give
him.
Gollum a pat on the head, he would have died. It's like, what
That
the
would cure
fuck
him.
is happening?
You'd be
The last
cured.
time I
Nobody
saw him, he
likes
was getting poked with sticks.
That's what you do to a
Like,
strange
damn.
creature.
Mm,
I
Poke him
love-
with sticks.
poor guy.
Yeah.
I love the Joe Biden-ness of Theoden's predicament at the beginning
Oh,
of the
man.
film. It's like, let's see, there's a two-front war that some white wizard has laid upon them to distract them with like those humans who are invading them, so they can get the orcs in. And you've taken control of the throne through green worm tongue and some witchcraft, and the king is just like this decrepit guy who doesn't know anything because he's got Middle Earth version of Alzheimer's.
Yeah. Fucking Worm Tongue got him good, bro.
Mm.
Why
Yeah.
should I welcome you, Gandalf Stormcrow?
That is something he says.
He him.
Mhm. He did be saying that.
They played that really great. I don't know.
It's a good scene.
It's that. There's so much stuff, dude. Like, I talk about it, but since I hadn't seen it so long, I really forgot like the specifics of everything, and it's symbolically like right on point.
Yeah, it has
It's
like
incredibly
a weird
well done, man. All of it.
vibe. What'd you say?
It's incredibly well done. All
Yeah.
of it. Like I think like just even leading up to the Battle of Helm's Deep, how they tie the different subplots together, the tales together, sort of weave them. It's fucking great, man. You have
What'd you
talked about
think?
Battle of Hell, like the Battle of Helm's Deep,
what?
quite a lot.
Yeah,
You
That's
you
what I'm
bring
saying.
that up. You bring that up a
I heard
lot.
Like horrible interview questions. No, just that we're saying to each other.
what?
No,
He
it's
said,
just like
Bob, what'd you think?
no, just all of them are just like very like. I don't know. Tell me your secrets of this film.
I said it.
Yeah. What about
Yeah.
yours?
What about ask me a question?
Post.
Interviewer.
What's your favorite part of the movie?
Ask me another question.
Watching it after
As a man.
Fellowship. No, watching it after Fellowship and talking about Fellowship and thinking about Fellowship.
Listen, man. I felt like there's a bunch
criticizing
of strong men.
You
in it,
criticized.
and
You
I felt
criticized.
represented and loved and seen
Mm.
for my masculinity.
Yeah.
Well, and that's good. We want you to feel safe here
That was great. Yeah,
in Middle Earth.
a little too much women. Action.
Middle Earth
I
is
like
a safe
man.
space.
There's too many women speaking,
No.
like a lot more than the first one.
You wish they would just
I liked when
stand
the
there with a
hobbits,
sheet over
whenever
their
Sam
face.
looked at Frodo and he was
Oh,
like,
she
"It's
did.
not
I
the
liked
time,"
that.
And they just
You
hobbited
remember
all over
when
the
Arwen
place.
stands there with the sheet over her face?
Yeah, that might be
No,
my
sorry.
favorite scene.
That was my
Pure
favorite.
chaos.
Yeah, she wasn't saying anything.
What you
then.
in the last podcast, you sir claimed that people who think that Two Towers is the best are quote horse people.
I never
Mm.
said that.
Horse
Said
girls.
horse
So
girls.
they're like
Mike-
centaurs.
Mike said it.
Mike said the horse girls. That's
So what,
true.
they're like
Because of the
centaurs.
horses.
They got
But you said
titties,
they're a
but they're
genre
half
of
horses.
people.
It's kind of true.
But you mocked them. Watching it this time,
You regret your
do you not
mockery.
see like it's a pretty fair argument to call it the best? Like,
No,
I don't
it's,
know.
it's still not the best. The reason why I feel like people call it the best is because you don't have to have any kind of build up. You jump right into the action.
Just see people in peril.
You already get to You see Gollum like right off the bat. It's got
Mhm.
like a bunch of shit that one would like.
yeah.
Covers a lot of ground. It covers a
Yeah.
lot of ground.
Well, but you're right.
But
It doesn't have
but
any
it's like
prologue or
an
epilogue.
It's kind of an in betweeny,
Yeah.
one. It kind of has to be a little boring and not really as focused. And they're like
It's like
condensing a lot.
And everyone's criticism of Return of the King is that it's too many endings.
I
That's
think
the
they
only
needed, like,
criticism you can make of
seven
it.
So
more.
like
They
it's
could have
like
done
a
a
bunch of
couple
pump
more.
fakes. You think it's going to end at this point, and then it keeps
You do
going, and,
kind of like go like at a certain point like, oh shit, okay, we're doing it.
I never felt like that. I was like, don't end here, don't end here, don't end here. And then it didn't. I
You
was
always
very
want a little
happy.
more.
but I wanted a little more still.
I mean, it never made me upset. Like, I wasn't just like trying to leave. You know what I mean? Like,
I needed 2 or 3 more endings, but
I was here
You
for
weren't
it.
clawing your way out of the theater.
No, but it was. I get where people mock it in that regard because it does kind of fake you out like 3 times.
yeah, and some good ones.
But the last time you're like, okay, now he's gonna go to the place where no one dies. When is this movie ever gonna end?
Is that the next one?
Yes.
Can't wait.
The place where someone never dies.
Yeah.
And then they all get decapitated.
No
But
spoilers.
Oh,
No,
wait,
right.
what?
what?
Oh,
I
whoops.
don't know anything
My
about
bad.
spoilers.
And that's when Sam and Frodo
Everyone
finally
died.
What do you think of that
declare
Battle
their
of
love for
Helm's
each
Deep
other. Yeah. They
Thank you.
finally do it.
Yeah.
as a filmmaker?
They
Is
crossed
the,
He's
is the
also
Battle
a
of
man.
Helm's Deep?
It's
a
Where does it
bullshit.
rank in the all-time
Is it
movie
bullshit?
battle
Is it fake news?
list?
Well, I mean, when you have like Ben-Hur, where you have like 1,000 real people charging each other like with horses and dying horrible non-union deaths, I think the best we could expect is CG now. So,
I mean, dude, they had like 500 dudes.
Yeah, no, it's very impressive. It's an incredible
Everything,
spectacle.
everyone in the front row is always a real person.
It's such an achievement in fucking planning ahead and having a healthy production cycle where you're actually reproducing all of the costumes and all of the like the designs are all like tight and they got and it was even like miserable film in it. They call it what do they call it on set? Helm's Deep. There's like a sign.
Hurricane
just like call it,
Helm's
like
Trina.
just like hell. It was just like hell. It was just cold for like months. They're getting rained on for months. Like it's a long sequence.
I always
There's so
wondered if
many
it was
scenes.
fake rain or not.
No, it's real. I mean, they're spraying them with water, but they're
No,
like
they're
miserable.
rubber raindrop.
Everybody's in these like
handcrafted.
fucking giant, like
Dude, I
60
love
women
and the way that they
costumes
keep
cliffing it.
light with just
Banter.
the guys from the Fellowship are so clearly like the most highly competent individuals in the realm.
That's why they're on the council.
Yeah, that's why. It really was like the best of the best because you just see them and they're just like having fun with it. Just like, how many people you kill? How many people you kill? Like,
Gimli's
it's a
great.
game. Yeah,
Yeah,
Keeping each
I
other
love.
alive.
I mean,
I
that's
love
how you
Gimli,
gotta
man.
do it in
He's-
war. You gotta.
Keep your spirits up.
Yeah.
I cracked up at the Legolas 2 already. I'm on 17. I thought that was a great fucking.
You did. You enjoyed that a lot.
I remembered loving that
I
as a kid,
trembled
but
with excitement.
dude, 17 is the best number you could write comedically. Like no joke.
Why is this?
Because
Give me your numerical breakdown. 17.
No,
Because
Will,
it's
no.
not it's
You know,
not too
17
high, but it's not too low.
I need
That's-
17.
and it's a long word. You know, there's a few reasons. There's
Just
a lot of-
flows. Just
Just a little
flows.
longer than 16.
Yeah, it's 3 syllables. Comedy comes in 3s.
Okay.
But
No, that actually is a good back and forth. But they're like exchanging body
he's like
counts.
so
As they're
cocky. He's
just
like, I
like-
just got 2.
Yeah, they're just like
Just
ripping
go-
through them.
Like you're just like, oh, dude, you got to catch up. And then I love later you cut back and it's just like 20.
yeah, they're still counting.
21.
Yeah, yeah.
And then-
Which is not that
I
many.
appreciate that.
Compared to how many there are.
How many people have you killed?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Pussies.
Also, like, he's a dwarf. He's
Yeah,
he's
who can't even see over the fucking wall. Dude, that's so.
Toss me.
I mean, I love all the short jokes that they have with him in the movie. Like, there's a lot of them. They never really get played out though. Like it's like
No.
very well done, you know.
because everyone kind of hates dwarfs. There's like a lot of dwarf racism.
And I like that they actually like make him a badass though too.
yeah,
You know what
he
I mean?
does.
Like,
he crushes
like,
it,
Yeah, he's
and they're
not.
tough. They're hard to kill.
Yeah,
He's
he's
down.
not just like the comic relief
Death
who's
is always
inept. Like no, he actually like.
Death is
Where
always.
he's just like, just throw me into him. He's just like,
You
just
have to
toss me. Just toss me into. He's like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's the one who's like, we can take him. Let's do it. He's gung ho as shit. And then like, what, dude? That shot when they're rappelling back up the wall.
Oh no, like the
That's pretty cool.
massive fucking ladders.
Yeah.
Or what, like you know, like
and you see them
the
on the
second, like
that
the
shot is-
second wave of them
Oh,
coming in.
Such
you know?
a good shot.
Do you care about this stuff?
Next question, please.
You don't care about the art of filmmaking?
I do like the art of filmmaking.
Well, so do you not think this was artfully made?
Yeah, it was. I just don't care about all the extra nerdy shit.
You don't care about the battles, but you do seem to care about like
I
The
care about
internal
like the
psychological
themes,
strife.
what it means. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's
What do you think the themes means?
Well,
themes
you
in
gotta
there,
be
what they
brave,
means.
and you
Do you
gotta
recognize the memes?
You gotta be
stick
brave.
up for what you believe in, and
What you
fight for
believe.
good
Potatoes,
over evil.
boil them, mash them, put them in a stew.
but also the way in which
Jacob.
What's
Stick 'em in a
it's,
stew.
taters?
Thank you.
it is something
Thank
of a
you.
meditation on both man's vanity and Theoden, thinking he can take these people.
But it's
And he's
like
insanity.
looking in his
Yeah, he
vanity
was
mirror.
the way they
no,
showed
is
his.
this all you got?
He's
Like,
like,
I
I'm
don't-
so hot.
I really
He's
liked the way
brushing
they
his
showed
hair.
his character leading up to the battle.
Yeah,
You see him sort of conflicted and almost like the one scene where he's just like murmuring to
What is
himself as like he's being fitted or whatever, like or
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, like he's kind of
How
just
did
like
it come to this?
yeah, and it's sort of like the 1,000-yard stare thing where it's like, oh, this guy is just
He
like
knows like he might be the king who oversees his people getting genocided.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He's gonna be that Zebedee.
This was his
Yeah,
second
that's
He's the
easy.
chance.
Emperor Shaddam.
This was
Yeah.
his opportunity
The throne is falling.
You just
To-
got back.
to, yeah.
But dude, then he gives like the best monologue ever when he's like, "Yes, yes, now for wrath, now for ruin, and a red dawn." And then he blows the big horn, dude. You're just like,
You liked when he blew the big horn.
Yeah.
and then he just shouts "For Theolingers," and they put a little delay on there just to really make it extra epic. And they just ride through.
Tell us the story about Aerolingus.
Aerolingus is what you do to an alien when you want to get him off.
Nice.
But is that not like one of the great moments in like movie history?
It is a feat of epic, bro.
You're
jump.
just like, oh, dude, what is the coolest thing you could do? Backs against the wall, fuck it, charge headlong into it.
I like that scene in Prometheus where he's like, hands up, and they all go, whoa, and then the spaceship rams into in a suicide hit into the alien spaceship.
Did you see
Oh,
that
yeah.
movie?
Dude,
It's fucking
I love
awful movie.
Prometheus.
It's
I
not
hate
that
it.
I mean,
I
look,
actually
it
like
No,
falls
it.
I can
apart.
enjoy it for what it is.
Actually did.
It's pretty.
Like it.
It doesn't make any
It's
fucking
the
sense.
best effects I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I like the cobra vagina thing that opens up, and he's like, "Oh,
Should I stick my face in her?
I think it's friendly."
I mean, yeah, when it turns into a haunted house movie,
Man,
which it's a good haunted house movie, but it does kind of let you down.
Is
'Cause it's a
Prometheus
haunted
the one that
house.
Carl worked on?
I actually can't talk about that legally.
And edit that
There's
out
your
of
answer.
the.
I mean, I can say that you can speculate all you want.
so do
Just
you edit
ask-
these, or is it like one big chunk?
If we just go for it, man.
big
Yeah.
chunk,
Yeah, I don't edit anything out.
big chunker.
Yo, it's truth,
But-
bro.
It's just Chance watching.
This is
Really.
like an hour and a half.
Hey, Chance.
Yeah, it's
We miss you.
yeah.
Okay, well, so what's
You
your
could've
rating,
used
Jasmine?
your,
Give it a rating out of 5 stars.
5
Oh,
stars.
all right, jumping right into the ratings. Huh? Here we go.
I'll give it 3 stars.
Oh,
Oh,
look at that.
3 out of 5?
my man is.
Why not 4?
Oh,
I'll give it 3
Why
and a
not
half
5?
stars.
Josh is salty
What's-
over that.
what's
You can see
knocking-
it in his eyes, bro. You can see it.
What's knocking it down 2 stars?
Honestly, how annoying everybody else is about it.
That doesn't count. Come on. You can't blame the movie for its fans loving it.
No.
She's a
just,
punk. It's in her nature to rebel.
It's like people who don't like Star Trek because Trekkies suck.
Star Trek's fantastic.
Yeah, Star Trek rocks.
Yeah.
Like, do I need to like know
Did
everything
the
about it?
Trekkies
No, but
exist
it's pretty.
as just like proof of its
Oh,
mastery.
dude, yeah, the band Niantic are all Trekkies. They will like talk to you about
That
Star
makes
Trek for
sense.
days.
That makes sense. That adds up.
For days, like, that's...
Bro, they could tell you they've read all the like Star Trek novels. They know all of it.
I guess I just never got obsessed with a thing that much.
Well, yeah, but you didn't see it as a kid. You're seeing it as an adult.
Sure.
I think the only way
But
you can
even
get
as a
that
kid,
obsessed is if you're a kid
There
or if
was
you have a
nothing I
fetish.
was really like that obsessed with. You know, I like music,
Yeah, I loved Elvis.
but I couldn't tell you everything about everything.
Elvis is great.
I used to be able to tell you everything about dinosaurs. Then I used to be able to tell you everything about Elvis.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's just how things are.
Oh yeah, try naming 2 things about Elvis.
He was born in a 2-room household in Tupelo, Mississippi, and he died on the toilet. Boom.
Is it? Are those 2 things? Did you count?
It's 3 things.
Did you count?
Wow.
Where he was born, what
He
state
was-
he was born.
I think he knows shit
how he
this
died.
is the content that you come here for.
Anyone who doesn't know that don't know Elvis, though. That's like easy shit, you know?
That's A level.
That's
Elvis
just
lore.
where we're starting.
Yeah.
We
but-
go deep about Elvis.
So anyway, you're only knocking it down 2 stars because you think Lord of the Rings fans are annoying?
It's just so like overhyped by you guys because you guys love it.
But do you not see why? What I'm not seeing is do you
I
not
like
get
it.
do you not get why
you
people
have,
love
you
it
have
though?
spun my man's world upside down right now.
Well, just
You're
because
like you have
there's no reason is what you're saying.
No, that's a reason.
Topsy turvy.
The reason is because you don't like that people have hyped it up.
Well, it's affected my expectations in the way that I view it. Possibly. But also, I am not the intended audience for
Well,
this.
but it's one of those movies where people
you're-
always go,
like you
"What?
said-
How have you never seen that?"
Well, sure, yeah.
So that's why it's overhyped.
But like you said, you watched it as a kid, and I'm not one. I mean, I can be, but
Yeah, my inner child won't die.
So you're saying you won't be prearranged marriage into liking Lord of the Rings? You can't just stick you and Lord of the
no,
Rings in a room
I'm an
and
adult and I
expect you
have
to.
agency now
Yeah.
because I'm in America.
Lucky.
Well, that's why I've enjoyed watching Dune, is because if I was a kid watching Dune, it would be, I imagine for some kids,
Dune wasn't out when you were a
the
kid.
most amazing.
yeah,
thing
but for
I've
some
seen.
kids today, Dune is probably going to be.
I don't
like
know
their
if
Lord of
Dune is like
Rings.
the easiest story for like a lot of like kids to latch on. Like not like a Star Wars sort of thing.
No,
It's
but
a
like
little headier. Like you can
Lord of
get
the Rings
into
isn't
it.
as innocent as Star Wars either. It's a little
Fair
more
enough.
intense.
Yeah, no,
it's
for
all
sure.
PG-13.
Yeah, no, and I mean it's also like the world building in that is, I feel like runs a lot.
Yeah, an
deeper,
8-year-old
you know?
isn't going to get it as much. It's
Um,
more like for teenagers.
yeah.
But like, I feel like Dune, they're going to be new nerds like that.
Hopefully so. I mean, hopefully.
Well, it's
Jesus.
gonna be like 80 years old, being like,
Honestly,
Have a-
hopefully more
have a
people read the
Dune
books and
YouTube
check it
channel.
out. Like it's but
So you're not budging on the 3. You've no.
I'll give it 3.5.
There's nothing about the movie that
I like
specifically bothered you.
no.
She needs to go into it with no expectations.
It is a lot. Like it's a lot to take
And
in
isolated.
on the first go.
You're right. I mean, you're right. You're putting people on the spot for sure. But
It just keeps going.
at the same time, at a certain point, you have to like try to
whole
not have
nother
seen Lord of the
world.
Rings.
That I've never been to.
Yeah, and isn't that awesome?
It's okay.
first time in Middle Earth. You
I like when
I go
they-
to sea.
I like when they convince the trees to join the war.
The trees are cool. I like the
He
ends.
was like, "Are you not part of this world?" And the trees were like, "Ah."
That's why we
No.
got to go into Iraq
They're like, I guess we do be a part of this.
because we're
world.
part of this
Yeah, we
world.
liberated the
Um,
fuck out of them.
Yeah,
There's a
Liberation.
statue in downtown, like across from the Capitol building, and it has a quote from George W. Bush.
No shit.
Something
saw
about
that guy.
liberating Iraq. I should have taken a picture of it.
What's the statue?
So, Will, what's your rating
It's like
out of 5
it's
stars?
3 monuments, like 3
Well,
pillars,
you
and
know,
then there's
so-
quotes on each of them.
You know what segment I like what sequence I really liked in the movie? It's kind of random before I get to the rating. I love the dead marshes.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
The
spooky.
dead
Yeah,
marsh. That was super
It's
cool, dude.
Super rad. Yeah.
Yeah.
The lore in it is very interesting. Very
I
well
could,
thought
I
out.
go
I
there
could
now.
imagine. That's like it's one of those scenes where it's like, all right, I bet like within the book, there's probably a whole fucking like network of explanations as to like what's going on here.
Isn't there something
but-
about the water that's like preserved the bodies?
I assume so, because they
I don't
look.
know why you said we're experts, bro.
How many times have you seen these movies?
We need Chance here. We need Chance here.
We'll
to
do him
fucking,
with the extended. We got to finish
Chance
our
can like
trilogy.
lay on the
they call
roof.
Chance, be like, let's go with the Dead March, bro. That's a sick concept
Yeah,
though.
the
It's
guy probably
awesome.
knows the
And of course,
battle and
Frodo
the
falls
year.
into it. It's like, God damn it, my man.
And this is why he's 40
He's always like
something
fake
and
dying or fainting into the fucking
According to him.
According to him,
who?
He
James.
lies about being single.
Who? Oh, Chance?
yeah.
Yeah, he has 7 wives.
Yeah. 7 for each day of the week.
For each Hobbit meal.
Just as God intended.
Actually, God
You're
intended
supposed to
monogamy.
rest on the Sabbath.
It's true.
I'm sorry, what sequence did you
People
like?
Rest on
The Dead March.
A Dead
That's
March,
I
right.
just wanted to drop that in because I didn't get to touch on that yet.
I mean,
Like-
yeah, that shit's sick.
Like, it's really cool.
He takes a bath.
Okay, but to the rating,
Also, Faramir.
man, Faramir at first, I'm just like, yo, dude, chill the fuck out a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe. But I guess, like, I understand why he's on edge because he's right next to Mordor,
Yeah.
which was explained to me. At first, I was like, why the fuck would you build your kingdom, your palace, on the doorstep to Mordor? That seems like that's just bad city planning. You know what I
We
mean?
gotta keep an eye on it.
On some level, it's like, okay, you know, it's like building the city below sea level, kind of asking for it, you know, like that sort of thing. But whatever. But it was explained to me from Chance as to why one would do that, or like they have to keep it in check. Whatever. Yada yada yada. Yeah, at first, like I don't know, kind of just like he was a douchebag, but like obviously he comes around at the end.
He's like better than his brother, though. He's more pure than his brother. More pure of heart.
Is that,
he lets
is
him
that what
go.
it's supposed to? Well,
That's
yeah,
how
I
I
mean,
always saw it,
well, no, I
right?
mean, yeah, at the end he definitely comes around, right? He lets him go, and it's sort of like at his own expense, right? He lets him go. Like, anyway, my rating of the movie. I mean,
No pressure.
Why would there be pressure? It's his
Yeah.
opinion.
no, I mean it's
He has his male opinion.
No, he's not mailing it in. He's right here.
Mm.
He's trying.
yeah, I'm voting in person.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
I thought you
kidding.
were gonna
That's
say-
a horrible joke.
What was it?
It's a hack joke.
Uncommitted.
No.
I
Honestly,
think
my
it's a
rating.
male opinion.
So in my mind, I'm going back and forth between 4.5 and 5 stars. Like, I feel like I had 5 stars, to be honest with you. Like, I like,
You let
Yeah,
the
it's
pressure
sick.
get to you.
so like, I feel like the lowest I would give it would be 4.5. Man, the Battle of Helm's Deep does not disappoint. It's fucking super epic. I loved
It just looks great. Dude.
the whole sequence with the ends. I thought was awesome, and then like them coming into Isengard and just like literally just drowning the fucking base. Like that's dope. So like yeah, I mean like the build up, the hype to it like didn't disappoint. Christopher Lee still fucking kills it in this. Like I fucking love that dude.
Dude,
I
Christopher
loved all the
Lee.
Gandalf in this as well. Like I love the way, like right off the bat, they just take you through that sequence again, and then they just show you sort of what happens, and then his
Like,
reintroduction.
you thought this story
sort
was
of-
over, but no.
and then sort of later on, when they're in the forest, like you know, with the ends,
And you think
like,
it's Saruman.
right,
Yeah.
right. You know, like so that was I think fucking executed perfectly, for my limited knowledge. But yeah, it was awesome, man. Like it did not disappoint. I can't wait to see the third one.
See if Gollum.
I mean, I feel like the Empire Strikes Back sort of comparison is a little basic at this point, but like it is. It's like
called a
all
pantheon,
hype,
you know?
and it doesn't disappoint. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the whole thing, like it just goes from start to finish. I love Gollum. Gollum is,
he's a realist.
like his character is done so fucking well, and
I'm tired
like
of all
his
the pretty
internal
boys.
sort of struggle, like
Give me
between the
Gollum.
personalities, like it's they pull it off, incredibly. Like you know, it's yeah. I think 5 stars. That's what I'll go with. Like I don't see what I would want more of. Maybe if I read the book, again, the idea of like book brain versus movie brain. Same thing with Dune. That exists, but like, I don't know what I could have asked more of in the movie.
How about more women?
What are
Who's gonna
those?
argue?
With less clothes.
I mean, okay, honestly,
Yeah.
Liv Tyler. If Liv Tyler was naked holding a pizza, then then honestly, I would give it 5 stars. So honestly, it's 4.5 right now.
Instead, she's fully clothed.
She's like
talking to-
speaking about something that
talking
has
to
to do with the
Hugo
plot.
Weaving.
It's pretty offensive. I kind of fucking hate it. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, let's be
Agreed.
real. I want some meatloaf.
Put that sheet back over her head.
Yeah, I want the
Put the
meatloaf
bag over
on
her
the
head.
fucking table at 5:30. You know,
On the table, or else
I feel like her and
no
Hugo,
top.
Hugo Weaving actually have some chemistry to me.
do you like them better or him with the other girl?
Aragorn has chemistry with everybody, which kind of I think that's just a Vigo thing.
Is
That's what
Viggo
makes him
Mortensen?
perfect
Actually,
for this
like
movie.
legit, I loved. Honestly, I loved Liv Tyler, and
Aragorn.
Aragorn. Like all of their scenes together, I thought were awesome. Like I thought, like there's a lot of you felt the emotion, the depth of the connection there, and sort of them longing to ultimately be
The-
with
the
each other.
symbolism
But
of
like, yeah,
Choosing mortality
Mhm.
as an act of love.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I actually thought that was like very well done.
Yeah, it's like
All
an
jokes
actually
aside.
deep. It's deep shit, bruh. Okay, who did you say it wasn't?
Huh? Who did?
You.
Huh?
She
You wanna
chose life and fighting.
She chose, hope.
Mm.
She's like, I still see a. It's the golden path, if you will.
So is she gonna like show up in his dreams?
You can't bring up the golden path
and
right
then
now
be
in
mad
this
at
episode.
him, or
What?
We have
What'd you say?
she's gonna show up in his dreams and be mad at him,
For what?
Lando 2 doesn't have a penis for the record. That's what I think.
Oh,
or
good.
not?
Golden path.
Probably not.
You brought it up, bro. You
Um,
did this to yourself.
Miguel-
What would you be mad about?
Miguel
The other
Moroni.
girl.
Wait,
Sorry.
hold on.
Oh, you
fucked
think
it
they're
up.
gonna hook up?
Miguel Moroni. There we go.
Well, the other girl was really stoked
Take
to
two.
see him.
Yeah.
She was.
I'll edit
She's
that
pretty
out.
Cute.
The one that
Okay.
Anyway, what's your ranking out of 5 stars, sir?
It's 4.5. The horse stuff was pretty wild. They and maybe on this movie, but definitely in the last movie, hired a bunch of female horseback riders because that's just what was available, and they put them all in beards. I thought it was pretty cool.
And then like
So,
Carl Urban lead them.
Yeah, Carl Urban is leading a bunch of women who are more trained than he is on
with
real
beards.
horses. And when you see a real horse and a real horse and a real horse and a real horse, especially in the last one, spoiler alert, there's lots of rows of horses, and they're all real. That shit has to be accounted for. The scene with Gollum, it's like nobody had done that before at the time. They didn't
No,
make
it's the
somebody
first
who
ever.
Yeah.
wasn't physically there. And like
First
this
motion
isn't
capture
fucking,
performance,
like
right?
Roger Rabbit. Yeah, this is like a motion captured. They're taking someone's actual performance.
I think
Like
he
when he's
was really
sloshing
there.
Through
He was
the,
there in
It's
like a white
the green
suit.
screen with the dots.
he was when he was sloshing through the
Suit
river
with
trying to
dots.
catch a fish.
Yeah.
And they were talking about him. I was like, yeah, I do pity him. Like, well, he should, because he almost got hypothermia doing that. He got so sick, and they put themselves at such hazard. Vigo breaking his toe, obviously. But everybody got like broken bones,
That was a
broken
good bit
ribs
in-
because they were just running around all the time. Like
Yeah.
that shit has got to be accounted for. And yeah, that scene where Hugo Weaving is destroying his daughter's dreams, telling her everything she loves is gonna die. Like Maleficent
Hell yeah,
in
brother.
Sleeping Beauty, saying she's gonna let Philip go up and rescue her when he's an old man, so he can kiss her and wake her up. Is like just the nightmare scenario, but it's like a dad doing it, so it just makes it real based and enjoyable. But what a horrific fate to linger on, and as skyscrapers start showing up, and she's still like the old lady in the woods that haunts the fucking woods, and it's like, well, what the fuck was her story, man?
Okay,
Jeez.
there's
So
actually-
where
there's
are they
actually
at
lore
within
for that.
relation to everything else? That's one thing I am wondering. Like,
That's
where,
great. That was a great monologue or line of dialogue.
where is
The
there?
what she
not
fears
a
is a
5,
cage.
4.5. That's
Yeah. What? So why? What's knocking it down a half?
Because it's a little Interpol-y.
Interpol-y?
Interquel-ly. It's like a sequel,
Hmm.
Oh,
but it's like it's in between. It doesn't stand on its own enough, and
I think it does. You don't think you could
but-
watch this movie not having seen the first one and kind of
No,
get with
you
it?
could definitely understand what's going on, but I'm talking about it as like an artistic work, but it's an adaptation. It felt like, I don't know, Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where it's just like you're just watching it to watch it, and it goes as long as it goes until it's done. It's kind of like on its own weird kind of like high mentality.
I fucking
You're
love
just
that
kind of
movie.
like watching whatever's happening. It's kind of like that. The first one had like a more defined theme. The second one, there's like things. It's about things, but the cohesive message doesn't really solidify for me. So it's not like a perfect movie, but it's too rare to not give special notice to.
Yeah,
That
sure.
all
I
three
get you.
of them are,
Yeah.
and that's kind of why they'll be remembered at the end of the day.
It's interesting. I'll wait to voice it, but I disagree with you on 2 points there that I'm curious on your thoughts on.
Yeah,
But Roberto
Oh, yo soy Roberto.
Moroni.
Just like, what the fuck are we? Yeah, you're in it with us.
You behind us?
We're
We
out
here.
here.
In it to win it.
The man with
What's
the,
your
the man
ranking
with
Wrap
the,
it up.
with the
out of 5
sunglasses.
stars?
All right. Yeah, it's like a 12.34 out of 5 stars.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's yeah, it is it's a 4.5 out of 5. It accomplishes too much, too well, too often. The pacing is
Breakneck.
no, it's not very good. It's not a very even movie. It's not really a movie about anything. There aren't actually really any themes in this one. It's not definitively about anything. You have passion for the people that you see struggling, but yeah, I mean, but like ultimately you can make a movie on just what it gives you. You know what I mean? Like it's like, it doesn't need any of those things to be such an accomplished production and to be so enjoyable to watch, like genuinely, and to add so much to film history, for better or for worse. It's really good. It's a really fucking entertaining movie. It's not the best out of the trilogy, but everything in the trilogy is so good that it just like Lord of the Rings like weakest link is like 10 times better than most movies.
Well, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, so you have a similar.
Oh, I like Wormtongue. I think that dude's dope. I
He's such a
think
piece of
he's
shit.
super
We should've killed
overlooked.
him.
Brad
He's
Dourif, who
super
plays
overlooked.
Hyder DeVries in the
plays-
first fucking David
Mhm.
Lynch dude.
And he is
man,
kind of
yeah.
a Piter figure.
Bro, it's great. He
He's
really
Deadwood,
does, man.
too.
He nails that. When you were just like, oh, that's Brad Dourif. I was
That's
like,
like
oh,
another
shit, dude.
thing in Dune that made me think of Lord of the Rings was the Piter character. Is very
Yeah.
Remo Wormtongue.
I love that Brad Dourif is him. That's a great casting choice.
Y'all ever watch like Deadwood?
No,
yeah,
but I've
dude.
heard it's good.
Yo, that man's got some monologues in that, dude. That guy's he fucking delivers.
He's an incredible actor.
Well, so you two both say that it's not about anything cohesively on its own. I disagree with that. In that, I
mean,
was
it's
startled.
generically about the
I was-
struggle to continue on, and we like stories and stuff. Yeah,
War is
I was
bad,
startled by
but necessary.
how deep it was. To be honest, like I didn't think that.
It doesn't lack in the weight. I think. Like,
Yeah, I didn't remember
doesn't
that.
compromise
There's
like the
nothing recording
depth
now?
for the action.
No.
Phone is
The
recording.
phone's recording.
Yeah.
nice.
The
Down to
audio's
one.
recording. Where's my? I have other batteries.
We're done.
Razan, Rabbit,
Anyway, yeah, we're
Signing
It
still
could
off.
be about that
I
time.
don't really care.
It could be.
Zombieland.
But Yeah, I think it does have themes, and
Yeah.
and no, I really didn't remember. I didn't really remember like
If only
how much
Chance was
weight
here.
there
Dude,
was in-
Chance would probably be. He could
Champ
go
would be
till
going,
5
Hey,
a.m.
he'd be going in the paint hard. You know, I know he would because him and I stayed up in my kitchen one morning until 5 a.m. talking about Dune, which he seems to
Oh
know
man,
equally just as much about
Oh,
Lord of the
nice.
Rings as he does his Dune. So yeah, I think that's probably an accurate assertion there.
But point is that like the monologues with Eowyn saying like she fears a cage and the stuff with Aragorn and the Hobbit's innocence, like it really, I didn't expect it to be as like emotionally affecting as it was. Like I was actually at certain points just like, God damn, that's like really good writing from apparently Tolkien. I'm assuming they're just quoting in a lot of those monologues.
I
would
think
assume,
they just made
yeah.
it up, but
Yeah,
On the
Maybe.
spot.
it's all
Yeah.
just made up.
Yeah.
That was actually how
So-
they met.
No, I mean
on
Middle
set.
Earth is a real spot.
So, like,
You
I
know,
knew
like,
for
that's-
sure it was
it's,
gonna
you
get
know,
a 4.5
it exists, for sure.
going in, but to be honest, like I don't think I could give it anything less than 5. I think that's like maybe the best in the fucking series, to be honest.
So I gave it the
Might be.
highest score out of us, huh? All right.
It might be, dude. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's I think Fellowship will always be my favorite because the Mines of Moria scene is so awesome, you know.
That's pretty
But in terms of like actual thematic depth, this one totally took me by surprise.
yeah, you probably didn't remember all of the. There's a lot that happens in this one, and there's a lot of really great scenes.
Well, and the dynamics between the characters and the subjects broached are things that as a kid you can like sit through. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
bravery.
how does any child stay awake for?
Because the orcs are awesome.
Yeah, the orcs are terrifying.
Yeah.
They really are. Like they looked like that's a great job.
Those are the
Great
black
design.
dudes.
Well,
Wow.
they're all giant Hawaiian
Wow.
dudes, actually.
Yeah, I'm
Their
gonna-
faces were
I'm
black.
not touching that.
Whoa.
They're New Zealanders.
They're
Got it.
they're orcs
black
and
paint
they're
on their
urukai.
I
Um,
didn't make them black.
Peter Jackson did. It's his
Yeah.
fault.
Someone cancel that man.
I think he's trying. I think this movie has a few more messages than we might think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he. You know,
Well, and
But so-
Dune is
Sounded-
homophobic.
It's homophobic.
Yeah.
Don't get gay in Dune.
Doing it.
The villain is
There's-
supposed to be
He's
gay.
writing a giant.
oh yeah,
worm.
he's a pedophile, so he's
He's a gay pedophile.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
riding a
he's-
giant
he's-
worm. You're saying Dune isn't gay?
Yeah, the
Y'all
villain is
tripping.
gay.
It
So
is
the
kind of
movie is
ironic that
homophobic.
that a guy who might be homophobic wrote a movie about riding a giant worm.
Ride the worm.
Now that you
And
mention it,
everybody watches and cheers and they love it and they
stick
want
their
to
hand
that
and
worm.
other things in the popcorn bucket.
That's
I mean, it's
True.
pretty dope. It's pretty dope. It's pretty sick.
you stick your hand in the box. It's like, oh, there's a dick in there.
Yeah.
Dick in the box.
Yeah,
Hey,
classic.
the Dune Bussy. Dick in the Dune Bussy. It's a fucking thing,
The
dude.
Biddy Desert.
Will someone please send me that? If anyone who watches this, they were sold out when we went.
Oh,
man.
it's such a bummer.
It's-
If anyone
Dynasty.
has a
I would've
Dune bucket,
I would have 100% spent money to get that fucking monstrosity.
Well, that's dude, the reason it can inspire that sort of fandom is because the depth of what the dialogue is touching on
Dunacy.
is something that a child can understand and tolerate, but that an adult will also resonate with. You know, and I assume that, but I hadn't, actually resonated with it as an adult. You know what I mean? Till now. So that was really exciting and cool. I've seen Fellowship the most of all of them. So it was a little bit less of a surprise, Anyway,
Okay.
everyone seems tired. I can go all night.
So what?
Talking about
So I
Lord
ended up giving it the highest rating. Right?
You and me. Yeah. Both give it 5.
5. Okay. So
And then these guys got 4.5s. And Jasmine gave it a 3 out of spite.
3.5.
the one thing I will say about this movie: too many women. Too many women.
Yeah. What are they
There's
doing
a lot
talking?
of
Now it comes
Hey.
back around.
Gollum's a woman.
look.
Is Gollum a woman?
It's
I didn't
funny.
see no dick
why did you
flapping
Why
around.
did you connect so much with Gollum?
Oh, because
doesn't.
he was tormented.
He's all the bad emotions that people like to,
Yeah, I
'Cause
felt-
he's
yeah,
a
I felt
hide
bad
from
for him,
whiner.
man.
but he
'Cause
lets them
he's-
out.
He's constantly
Spiegel
fighting with
succeed?
himself.
Does Spiegel succeed?
We'll have to find out.
It's kind of ambiguous at this point whether he will.
It
so I
seemed
can't
like he
ruin it.
didn't towards the end. It seemed like we're gonna kill him. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go
he was
kill
on the
him.
relapse.
I'm very curious to see where that goes.
It'll be a good one. We'll do
Yeah.
it soon.
Yep.
Moroni's, thanks again. Check out their band Veretta at the
When are you
5
guys gonna
spot
go see Dune?
with Karma Vulture.
Oh, soon.
Oh, yeah.
Sometime soon.
You got to see Dune.
Yeah.
On the next
What are your
episode,
thoughts?
we'll
yeah,
try to
we
do
are
it
playing
earlier.
with you guys.
We'll
Train
black-
wreck that
we'll-
promo.
Yeah, we haven't seen that.
On the next episode, we'll start a little earlier. Maybe we'll just start to close the curtains and see if that works. And what we should then do is see what you thought of Dune 2, but also we should watch Mike the
Let's
Monk
do
on the
it.
projector.
Oh,
Oh, we
bonus.
can
Do
do
a
a Mike
bonus
the Monk
episode.
Bonus segment?
Do an
Dude,
episode
but
on
yeah,
Mike the
I'm
Monk,
down. I'm way down with that. Yeah.
where we talk about Mike the Monk, the
I'm
movie.
in
I mean, the clips you guys have
Yeah,
posted
many-
look
many
fucking
My face is
really
in
sick,
it.
man.
Wouldn't
Oh,
that be
thank you.
fun?
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun.
I'll tell you everything I
No,
like
you
and
guys don't wanna
dislike
do
about
that?
it.
No, I'd love to do that.
Yeah, that sounds.
It's like 12:44, so you're gonna
No,
get
not
like
today.
this
Rob-
level of
Rob shrivels up. With
Performance
lack of sleep.
anxiety.
lack of sleep.
Yeah.
That's what you're.
Sorry,
going-
I mean emotional.
Yo, why you hit me, dog?
Oh man, I didn't mean that.
It's getting buried over here, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, you
Barry.
guys are supposed to be building bridges.
You know what's fucking scary? Is that like I don't think that any of these cameras are on, so I'm almost
is
certain we've just been talking for an hour for no
With
fucking
that-
reason.
That one's on.
That's
Is
right,
it?
that one's on.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, goodbye.
All right, fare thee well.
Bye.
See,
Hell yeah, brothers.
Unfucking
Hell yeah.
If you made it this far,
Yeah.
No, nobody's making it this.
send,
Let's go.
Send me
Let's go.
$20.
Yeah, send
Play
you
us
all
out.
this record.